friends. Good evening. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I'm Pawnee, in case you don't know me. I'm bringing you Mama's Fireside Chronicles. It is a beautiful evening. I do hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I thank you for joining me. And before I forget, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us a lot. And I really appreciate it. I'm going to talk to you about a little story tonight. This is called 100 Times More. So in Genesis, the book of Genesis, it's the first book in the Bible. There's a man named Abraham. Abraham's a very important and popular character in the Bible. In 3, Abraham's nephew, Lot, had separated himself from his uncle. And when given an option to take what he thought was fair, he took the best share of the animals and the land, even though it meant living near Sodom, a city known for its depravity and ungodliness. Our lives are made up of a series of choices, aren't they, beloved? Unfortunately, we are prone to choose the best for ourselves while ignoring the needs and feelings of others. Years ago, I had a nanny that worked for me. She had a 6-year-old boy, and I had 2 daughters, an 8-year-old and a 1-year-old. I can tell you the 1-year-old was a handful at that point, so the nanny did a great service for me. So this new nanny was very poor, though, and was thrilled to be a nanny in a lovely home where she and her son could live. I was the widow of a wealthy restaurant owner who had died just a few months prior to hiring the woman. I took over the job my husband had done, and it took a lot of my time and all of my energy. I got an opportunity to go to a special event at one point with a friend in the city. I was very excited about it. I had been given a special song-filled tape to listen to on my drive. Being it was a long drive, I thought it was perfect. Unfortunately, the player in my car was broken. The nanny offered her own player to me to use on my trip. Mind you, it was the one thing of very few things she owned and cherished. Well, I took the player, and off I went on my adventure. When I got to the city, as I was getting out of the car, the player, which I had borrowed, fell out on the ground. It broke so easy, I was flabbergasted. But I went along with my friends and never thought another thing about it. When I got home, without a thought, I didn't even tell the nanny what had happened. I just gave it back, broken. I let her know I thought it was a piece of junk and she was better off without it. Well, I didn't realize at the time. She cried for the rest of the day. The thoughtlessness of that event never leaves my mind, and I'm deeply ashamed of my actions. I tried to find her years later to buy her a new player, but it was impossible. Thank goodness we have a forgiving God. When we repent, that means we're sorry and ask forgiveness. Then we try to make amends. God hears us. He hears our prayer. I pray today for this woman and her children to prosper and I pray that they can forgive me. Beloved, like the nanny and her kindness toward me, nothing you do goes unnoticed by God. He knows your heart. He's keeping the records, and He will reward you in due time for your efforts. God will not allow your generosity and caring heart to go unrewarded. The Lord said to Abraham, "Look from this place where you are, to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. For all the land which your eye can see, I will give to you and your family." Beloved, choose rightly. God watches you and has promised He shall repay 100 times over for your goodness. If you only believe Him, then it shall be as He has promised you. And that's a good word for us today, beloved. I appreciate you coming in today, and I appreciate you listening to these little talks we have. I thank you so very much. And let me just say, share, like, and please subscribe. It's really helpful to me. And it's helpful when you share these. You never know when one little message is going to hit somebody just right, because God takes it and it goes. Thank you so much. Good night, beloved. I'm Mama, and these are my chronicles.